Welcome to This Week for Horsemen, where we are in a mad scientist lab. And here he is, Kurt Nye, the science guy.
Oh, man.
And I am his dopish assistant, Rygor. Rygor?
I don't know if I understand the reference.
I don't know if you do. Anyways, what is This Week for Horsemen?
So, This Week at Four Horsemen is our weekly show where we discuss upcoming events at the store, sales promotions, and just general nerd potpourri in the Morgantown area.
Potpourri, I like that.
Yeah.
That's appropriate and visually and pleasing. I like that.
Yeah. Everybody likes potpourri.
Of course. Yeah. So we're going to start, except for cats. We're going to start this week with a giveaway like we do every week. And we're going to give away a free entry to one of this weekend's Iconic Masters drafts. And if you'd like to do that, it's really simple. Just type the word draft as a comment onto the video on any of our 3 platforms. At the end of the night, I'll take the names of everybody who did so, put them in a hat, pick a name, and I'll message you and let you know you won a draft.
How exciting.
How simple.
All right, let's move on to our next order of business, our new comics coming out.
Yeah, we have a new title from Image Comics, Dark Fang, and this is the Ariel the Vampire, Environmental Attorney.
Just
so the main character is an underwater vampire who has been forced to leave her home due to water pollution, and then she does some detective work, discovers the problem, and she decides to take on the fossil fuel industry. It's one to check out.
Seems very imaginative.
There's another new Image book this week.
Yeah, Evolution. Don't know much about this myself personally, but we did get a nice kind of plot synopsis. We did some perusing. So essentially, this is going to explore what would happen if the human race all of a sudden started just rapidly evolving and mutating, and all these crazy things are happening, but only 3 people in the whole world know that it's happening. I don't know how only 3 people, but
that cover, that is terrifying.
That is kind of trippy, yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, only 3 people, I guess. I don't know which 3 people, but they're the only ones who can, I think, visually see the people changing. Yeah. Could be us. You never know. So yeah, it sounds interesting.
We've got another new book this week, Rasputin, Voice of the Dragon, and I am super excited about this one. So if you're unfamiliar with Rasputin, he was a Russian monk who was influential to the last Tsar of Russia, and he was murdered by some political enemies. There's this big story.
Murdered.
But the people who killed him had to try to kill him several different ways before he eventually died. And this story is historical fiction, whereas what if he actually survived all that, lived on to World War II, and joined the Nazis? And if that's not enough, it's a Hellboy tie-in.
That's what a Rasputin thing to do, I guess.
I'm going to read this one tonight. If you know about Rasputin, this is really exciting. Like, this just sounds really cool.
All right, so new in DC Comics, we have the next tie-in to the Dark Knight's Metal series. And it's finally the one I think everybody's been waiting for. Everybody who's been following the series, I've read every tie-in issue so far, and I got to read this one earlier, which it was a barrel of laughs.
Had a sneaky preview.
Yeah, no, it was
barrel of laughs.
But yeah, super good. And I know this was probably the most hyped one, so now we have it.
Those robins. I'm going to have legit nightmares over those robins.
Yeah, they eat people.
They look a little zombie-ish.
Yeah, I guess kind of like little.
They're more like
zombies.
They're more like the prancing dead, though. They look a little
their
frolicking dead.
I like their cute little outfits.
Yeah, they are nice. Yeah, they definitely look like their acrobatic parents died and then were living dead acrobats. All right, let's move on. So we have 2 new Star Wars titles. The new Darth Vader, this is issue 8, is out. And if nothing else, this is one of the most impressive covers they've ever done.
Cover.
It is gorgeous. And if you haven't been following this series, this one picks up right after episode 3. So you get to see how he gets his red lightsaber. You get to see him assert himself as Palpatine's enforcer. It's a really great book. And then we also have Aphra, which is the most popular comic exclusive Star Wars character, although she did just make an appearance in one of the Star Wars novels, so I can't say that anymore.
Oh.
But she is up and coming, and this is issue 14, and it's definitely worth a read. And then we're going to move on to our staff pick, and mine is a Dark Horse Star Wars comic that came out almost 10 years ago.
Is it that old? Really?
Yes, but
Wow.
but it is the only Dark Horse Star Wars comic that is still considered canon, and because of that, prior to today, the trade paperback, I had not seen it listed for less than $150 anywhere.
Wow.
But as of today, it has had a reprint by Marvel Comics, and you can buy it at Target for $10, or at Horsemen Comics and Gaming.
Yeah, don't rep the enemy.
No, I'm just saying like how drastic a change.
Yeah.
But this was based on an unaired episode of the Clone Wars, which explains what happened to Darth Maul post his appearance in the Clone Wars. So if you never got to find out what happened, there's that cliffhanger, and then they never do another episode with him. This is what happens, and it's canon, and it's awesome, and I cannot recommend it enough.
All right,
so we're going to move on to our weekly events. This is a brief overview of the events that we hold every week here at Horsemen Comics and Gaming. So if you'd like any more information on these, please go to facebook.com and click on the events tab.
That was a lot. All right, coming up first, tomorrow night, Wednesday, we have our Dungeons & Dragons encounters at 6, Proxy Legacy at 6:30 for those Magic players out there, and HeroClix at 6:45.
And then on Thursday, we have Commander from 5 to close, as well as X-Wing from 6 to close.
Yep, and then Friday, going to be a sweet day because Iconic Masters comes out. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, I believe, in a little more detail. But we do have an Iconic Masters draft at 6. We have our regular FNM Modern at 6:30, like we always do, and we've got Friday Night Pokemon at 6:30.
And then on Saturday, we have the Pokemon League starting at noon, as well as Standard Showdown at 6 o'clock.
Yep, and then Sunday, we've got Commander from noon to close and Dice Masters at 2.
Yes. And a quick word on last week's events. I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who came out for the WizKids 2017 Fall Open Series, both HeroClix and Dice Masters. The HeroClix event was a huge success. We had a ton of players. We have these pictures running of some of the cool figures that people showed up with. Everything about it was just wonderful, and I want to say thank you to everybody who came out, as well to our tournament organizers, Nick Sayre, Mike Houghton, and Truby Turney. You guys rock. Faux show.
Nice. Yeah, and I want to give a special shout out and thanks to Sean Carroll and Sam Gorski. Sean Carroll, longtime Magic player here with us.
Oh, yeah.
And Sam Gorski, son of Chris Gorski.
The legend, Chris Gorski.
Yeah, so I got to have some fun up here last Friday with the two of them up here.
They helped you with the F&M stream.
Yeah. Sean subbed in for the first time.
Did some commentary.
Yeah.
Did a good job.
Sam worked on the computer. We
had an actual 4-man team running the F&M stream for the first time ever. That was awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
It was really great.
I enjoyed it.
So thank you guys. And then also I'm beating you guys over the head with this, but I want to say Standard is back here for Horsemen Comics and Gaming. We are doing really well with our Standard Showdown events Saturday nights at 6 o'clock. So if you want to play Standard, this is the place to be.
Yeah, it was packed last Saturday.
Oh yeah, it was. We had a ton of Standard players.
All right, coming up. Also, we have our Legend of the Five Rings open play this Saturday at 3 p.m. It is back, or it's been back.
It's been back for a couple months.
For a little bit.
Legends of the Five
Rings,
for a hot minute.
Man. What an
old card game. Back as a living card game.
Revamped a little bit. Yeah, and new sets are included in our Black Friday sales coming up.
Yeah, we have the new sets, and they will be included in the discounts that's part of our Black Friday sale.
I can't wait till we get to that.
Oh yeah, that's exciting. But here's our big thing for this week. Iconic Masters, the newest Master set hits this Friday. And we've decided to lower our price from $239.99 to $199.99. That's a $40 drop.
Yeah, we need Wyatt's air horn.
Yeah, and we finally have all of our numbers. We know how many boxes we're getting, and there's no limit on pre-orders. You can order as many as you like, but you do have to get those in before Thursday night at close, which is 9 p.m. That is when pre-orders are over.
Yeah, man.
We have
How
draft scheduled.
exciting. Yeah, we do have drafts scheduled for this whole weekend to celebrate, too. We're going to have this Friday, there's going to be one at 2, the one at 6 that we mentioned before, and another one at 10 after hours.
It's going to be after F&M. I'm going to stay late. I'm hoping to play in that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, so definitely plenty of opportunities to draft on Friday. And then on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday we've got another one at 2 and another one at 6, and then Sunday we're doing one at 6 as well.
Which will also be after hours, which I'll be coming up to run that one.
Yeah.
Love after hours drafts are the best.
They're fun. They're blessed. And we're also doing a sealed event on Sunday as well at 1 p.m. And the price for all the drafts is going to be $35 to enter and $70 for the seal.
Yep. And if you need more details, just go to our Facebook page and look up the event page. All the details are on there. And we might be doing a box opening, which we will live stream. Ooh. Depends on if we receive the product Wednesday or Thursday. So just stay tuned to our social media for more information on that. All right, so next week we have a canned food drive event for Friday Night Magic and Friday Night Pokemon. You can bring in non-perishable food items, and for every one that you bring in, it will decrease your entry fee by $1. So if you bring in 5 cans of food, you get an F&M for free. And we normally do some sort of prize for whoever brings in the most. So bring in more than just your 5. You know, we normally give out some store credit or a cool card or something to just encourage people to bring more.
Yeah. It's always nice to give back to the community.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, and this is next week, I believe, too.
Yes.
The 6 p.m. F&M next week will be Popper. Which is going to be sweet.
Yeah.
And it's the last Friday of the month next week,
which means
it's going to be our brew contest.
Love brew contest.
Yep. And as always, whoever wins the brew contest is going to get free F&Ms for the whole month of December. What a way to close out the year.
That includes the Popper event and the Modern event.
Oh, man. Popper brews would be
so cool.
Super.
There's so many more cards to brew with. All right, so a little bit more about Magic. We have a couple upcoming Magic releases next week on Friday. That is Black Friday. We're going to be releasing From the Vault Transform, which we are still taking pre-orders on, as well as Explorers of Ixalan, which we are also taking pre-orders on.
Oh, yeah.
Explorers of Ixalan is sort of like Settlers of Catan
that
you play with
like
Magic cards.
Settlers of Catan, but who knows what the rules are going to be like.
It's very interesting. Yeah. We're going to do some sort of demo video with it for sure.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun.
Yeah. And then 2 weeks after that, on the 8th, we have our unstable release. Is it release on the 8th? Or
on the
pre-release?
8th. There's no pre-release.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, even better. Sooner the better. So, we have our unstable release on the 8th of December. That is going to be a blast.
And they've started showing spoilers.
Yep.
Here's my favorite one so far. The Earl of Squirrel. Yes, and however much damage he does, you get Squirrel. So if he does
Squirrel Link.
Yeah, if he does 4 damage, you get 4 squirrels. And also, by the way, all your other creatures are squirrels. And also, by the way, all your squirrels get +1/+1, because why not?
Yeah, I checked out the previews earlier. I don't know if we have...
I think we have one more card.
Oh, all right, let's take a look at it.
My other favorite. Summon the pack. So you get to open a booster pack, put all the creatures in it in play, and there's zombies.
Nice.
Why not?
That's so busted.
It's so busted. That's why they're not legal in tournaments.
There's another card they previewed. I'll talk about real quick. It's a white creature that makes it so that state-based effects don't apply to you. Did you see that one?
I did, and that one is a total headache.
What a rules headache.
I don't...
This is why we love Unstable.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so fun.
And we'll be talking more about that as we get a little closer. But we also have a new product coming out this Friday that everybody's super excited about. It's Dragonfire. It's the Dungeons & Dragons deck building game. Man. Why has this product not already existed?
That's going to be nuts.
It's going to be like a hot seller.
Yeah, a D&D deck builder. Yeah, it seems like such a great idea. Why it didn't come out sooner?
Why would that not have been one of the first deck building games to come out?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a licensing thing.
It could have been. Yeah. Who knows why?
So that comes out this Friday, and it is $24.99, and we've got a lot to jump into.
Yeah, speaking of Friday,
because here come our Black Friday sales.
Next Friday, Black Friday.
Kurt and I are going to run through these real quick.
I'm going to try to do all my parts without taking in one breath each time.
I will do the same.
I don't think it'll be too bad. But
if you miss anything, these are going to be posted on our Facebook page, so don't strain yourself listening.
All right, we're going to run the gauntlet. You ready?
Ready.
All right. BOGO on trade paperbacks and hardcovers. That's buy one, get one. Also, buy one, get one on new comics. Buy one, get two free on back issues. Graded comics are going to be 30% off, and all manga is going to be 50% off.
Of course, we also have 20% off on card singles. BOGO on 50-cent cards. All TCG regular price booster packs are $3. Iconic Masters boosters are $8.50. Iconic Masters boxes are $189.99. All TCG box sets and pre-constructed decks are 20% off. That does exclude Explorers of Ixalan.
Okay, and Explorers of Ixalan is going to be 20% off. Dice Masters...
Ignore it.
Yeah, just ignore it, apparently. Dice Masters boosters are buy one, get one. Sleeves, deck boxes, playmats, and playmat tubes are going to be 35% off. Dice sets are going to be 20% off, and BOGO on single dice.
Of course, board games and expansions are going to be 25% off. HeroClix boosters will be $7.99. All miniatures game products will be 25% off. All toys, banks, models, and collectibles, except for Gundams, will be 40% off. And posters and poster sleeves will be half off.
Yep, and these sales are going to be offered from November 23rd to November 26th. They cannot be combined with previously existing discounts, and the buy one, get one sales will discount the cheaper item. And anyone who spends $50 or more gets a free spin on the Four Horsemen prize wheel.
Oh, the prize wheel. We haven't busted that thing out in a while. That's going to be great. I can't wait to do that at the register.
Yeah.
All right, so like I said, if you missed something, just go to our Facebook page. It's all going to be posted there. And we're also going to have flyers in the store. But Child's Play is coming up. That's the first weekend in December. We have some awesome events coming up. We're going to do a Magic the Gathering Modern Unified Team event. We're also going to have a solo Modern event. We've got Lucas Hendricks is going to run a DC Deck Builder event.
Oh, nice.
Tyler's going to run an X-Wing event. We're going to do a toy drive. We're going to do either a raffle or an auction. We haven't decided which because we got a bunch of cool stuff that we're going to get rid of. We're going to do streaming events.
Yeah.
A lot of streaming events. And this event is going to be the main thing that we feature on not only next week's show, but the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned for more information.
You got to build the hype. It's going to be fun. Also, Steel City Con's still coming up. That's going to be December 8th through the 10th.
Yep.
There's going to be Con Scavenger Hunt.
We did a scavenger hunt
Yeah.
at the last convention, 2 conventions we went to ago, at the Three Rivers Comic Con, where we handed out a sheet and we said, okay, go find all these things, take a picture, upload it to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and tag us.
Were they like things you see at every Comic Con?
Yeah,
like
it was like
Deadpool cosplayer.
Like get a Marvel cosplayer, a DC cosplayer, a horror cosplayer, a Star Wars cosplayer, the thing that you want to buy the most but you don't have money for. It's just like it was all this stuff. You took pictures, uploaded it, tagged us, and then we picked a random person and gave them a $100 gift card.
Wow.
So we're gonna
Nice.
we might do something like that. We might do like our own like mini costume contest. Ron and I are kicking around all these ideas, but the point is, you should come to Steel City Con because it's going to be awesome.
Super fun.
Yes, for sure. All right, moving on to my favorite segment and Ron's favorite segment. Probably not your favorite, but not your least favorite.
I grew up on Star Wars.
For sure.
So.
It's This Week in Star Wars. And there was just a new Marvel comic announced, and I lost a word I can't say.
Yeah.
Thrawn, my favorite villain outside of Vader and Palpatine, like he's getting his own comic. It looks like it's going to be an origin story based on the cover, and I could not be more excited.
He's a little raggedy, a little more rough around the edges.
But that's how the Empire found him in the new canon. They found him abandoned on a planet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too much into it, but if you don't know Thrawn, he's from the original set of novels that kind of launched the Star Wars expanded universe, and they've kind of brought him back into the new canon through Star Wars Rebels and through one other novel that he was introduced with, and now I guess in a comic. And he is just a tactical genius. It's hard to explain how awesome he is to people who've never read it, because it's just like, well, but there's Vader, and he's not. I mean, it's
what an argument.
I'm fanboying. So I'm just talking, but I'm not really saying anything, so I'm just gonna stop.
Okay, we'll move on. This week in movies. Oh wait, no.
We have one more
I
item.
forgot about Star Wars Battlefront 2 releases.
Comes
on
out
Friday.
this. Yeah, it comes out this
that
Friday.
Came out already. I've seen people playing that already.
The beta, probably. Yeah, the beta's been going for like 2 months. So this is the new Battlefront game, and it has a story mode that is a canon story.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ron and I are going to stream it.
Oh,
It's going to be super fun. So if you're not going to play, you can check that out.
all right.
Yeah, it's going
Maybe
to
I will.
be great.
All right. Now,
This week.
this week in movies.
Yeah. So what comes out this week?
The Justice League.
Justice League.
Woo!
Didn't Thor just come out last week?
Yeah.
Don't they coordinate these things so that people don't overlap and hurt each other?
Apparently not.
Okay. Well, anyway, so Justice League comes out, and I want to hear what are your expectations? Because this is kind of a big movie.
So I was really excited for the Justice League when I heard about it. I got especially excited for it after Wonder Woman came out, and I really like Batfleck, as he's called.
Yeah.
When they first announced that Ben Affleck was going to be the new Batman, everybody's all poo-pooing it and being like, oh. I was like, guys, honestly, I think he could be a sweet Batman. Not considering, the issues that were there with Batman versus Superman. But, I think there's a lot of potential there. But, there's all this drama, outside of the production with
changed-
Ben Affleck. And
This movie changed directors halfway through production.
yeah, they've had a lot of issues. I know last I heard, Ben Affleck claimed he absolutely was not going to be Batman anymore after this movie, which I was like...
Well, there was going to be a Batman movie that was
there were all these issues
written,
with it.
directed, and starred by Ben Affleck.
Yeah, and it all fell apart. So for me, it's like, I know that they wanted the Justice League to kind of kick off the DC unified movie universe.
Movieverse thing.
And I feel like this movie has a lot of potential. And I worry that I'm going to get really excited and that then it's going to kind of fall through because of all the problems.
My main concern is that there are factors outside of the movie itself
Yeah,
that are going to hurt it.
That's my concern. This movie might be awesome.
Yeah.
But as far as follow-up movies go, with all the productions problems they've been having, it concerns me because I really like DC. Batman's one of my favorite heroes.
Batman is one of my favorites as well. And so generally with DC movies, with Wonder Woman is the singular exception. I like to go in with very low expectations, and then sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I'm not, but
Yeah, sometimes you're unpleasantly not surprised.
I haven't been particularly thrilled by like the trailers for this movie because I know I shouldn't compare it to Avengers.
Yeah.
But it puts me in the mindset. I remember the first time I saw the Avengers trailer and the unbelievable hype that brought.
Yeah.
Like I should be feeling something similar. Yeah.
With all the other movies.
Well, they have with this movie too.
Yeah, but they took kind of an opposite approach. They only had Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, and Wonder Woman leading up to this.
Instead of at least one movie per major character.
Yeah, I know they're trying to take an opposite approach, and it could work.
It could,
but I'm not gonna get my hopes up for that.
Same. I'm going in with low expectations. I'm hoping to be surprised, but like I said, my biggest concern is that this movie is going to be hurt by studio reasons.
Yeah. That's pretty much where I'm at too. Yeah, but I'm still gonna go see it.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Sure.
I'm going to the first showing Thursday night. I'm ready. I'm ready. There's more we could say about that. But let's move on. So moving on to Horsemen of the Week. I want to give a shout out to our two Dungeons and Dragons Encounters team organizers, Dave Knight and Lucas Hendricks. They are here every single Wednesday night running D&D Encounters, which is a free event for new players and old players. If you want to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons, this is the thing. There's no commitment. You just come in, sit down, and play for a night, see if you like it. And these two guys bring it to Four Horsemen Comics and Gaming every single week. We could not run this event without them. They are invaluable. And I just want to say thank you guys for all that you do, giving your time. And I know what you're both going to say is you love the game, and it's not a big deal, but it is to us.
Yeah. And they know so much about the game too.
They do.
Really,
honestly, talking to Lucas about Dungeons and Dragons sometimes a little overwhelming. It's like his tidal wave of knowledge, and
it's
Dave's
like
the same
ripping
way.
into a Wikipedia wormhole. It's really.
I'm going to quote you on that at some point. All right, so moving on to the Four Horsemen mailbag, I decided to pull out a magic-themed one since we have Kurt in the booth instead of Ron. We went through that whole thing without mentioning Ron, like, at all.
I bet you guys can't get rid of me lately.
Yeah, that seems that way. And you have been.
I love it.
Yeah, good. And we love having you here.
It.
So the question.
Get rid of Ron and replace him with me.
Submitted. This one was submitted anonymously. If you could have any Magic the Gathering character spark ignite, which means that they become a planeswalker, who would it be?
You first.
Knights of the Reliquary. She, my girl.
Okay.
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 I just imagine her having an ability that's like +1, sack a land, go get a land, give a creature +1/+1 to end a turn.
Oh, you were thinking in terms of game mechanic.
And, no, both.
I was thinking more in terms of what would be hilarious.
Okay.
From
all
like
right,
a story
yeah.
perspective, I guess you could make a pretty funny card. Okay, hear me out on this one, guys. Norin the Wary.
I'm wary of this.
Do you even know? Do you know?
Oh yeah, he's the one red for the guy that blinks whenever anything happens.
Yeah, he's like the biggest coward in any
because
story ever
he runs
told in
he
Magic.
runs away anytime like attacks, blocks, or spells are cast.
What better ability for somebody who runs away from everything to have than to be able to run away to an entire other plane?
All right, you win. All right, so moving on to our newest segment, Did You Know for Horsemen? So, we sell comics. Did you know we do? We do. Did you know we do comic subscriptions, which means that whenever the newest issue of your comic comes out, we will reserve you a copy. And did you know that costs nothing extra? In fact, we actually pay you to have your subscriptions here because we give you a discount to everything in the store except for cards and Gundam models.
Yeah.
So if you read comics and you read the same book every month, there is no reason not to take advantage of our generosity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anything else needs to be added on to that.
No, not really.
It's a good sales
Comic subscriptions. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do
it now.
They're good. I mean, especially, if you're coming in buying comics every week anyways, why not?
Oh, there's people who, buy 10 plus comics every week, and, sometimes it saves them like $10, $20, it can really help out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to our sale.
Yeah, in honor of the Justice League, as we were discussing earlier, all DC Comics trade paperbacks and back issues are going to be 25% off. That's 1/4 of the total value.
So all you have to do is mention This Week for Horsemen at the register, and you will have access to that exclusive sale. From me to you. And Kurt. I'm done.
Huzzah, yeah, I mean, go home, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Let me read out some social media stuffs. Are we paranoid?
Are we paranoid? Oh.
Or are you following us? Please like us at facebook.com/4horsemencomics. Follow us on Instagram at 4horsemencomics. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, 4horsemencomics and gaming, at youtube.com/c/4horsemencomicsgaming. Follow us on Twitter at 4horsemencomics. Watch all of our streaming content at twitch.tv/4horsemencomics. And shop our TCG inventory at shop.4horsemencomics.com.
Sweet.
Awesome. Party on, Wayne.
Good times were had.
Good Times was dynamite!
Okay, let's shut it off.
I miss Good Times.